G'day punters, welcome to the mailbag, powered by puntingform.com.au, who are the greatest database there is in Australia and the world. We've also got merch in the shop, guys. This is the petrol blue t-shirt. I love it. Peter loves it. We've got an angry pistol on the show today, guys, so stay tuned and see if we can get the angry little pistol to throw a couple of bullets. And I still missing half a tooth. Need a couple of winners over the weekend to just not put off the appointment again. I don't like going to the dentist, Pete. I don't like getting my mouth touched or my feet touched. I don't know why. Opposite of you. But that's where we're at. Quick show, big show. Pete's found nothing for us over in Perth at this stage, but he will be providing race by race. If you want to bet accountably, head to themailbag.com.au. Proper betting, accountable betting with units. We're going to look at one race from Moonee Valley for you guys, and we're also going to touch on one sexy little race for you at Caulfield. Used to be Sandown, now it's Caulfield. A lot of the races are called the Sandown whatever, and it's actually at Caulfield. A little bit confusing for me who does it for a living. Must be really simple for someone who's just getting started. But it is a sad day that we're seeing the trainers not train anymore from Caulfield. Isn't it? Very, very sad.
Is it sad?
I think it's to the detriment of the game, but I don't really care.
Okay. I'm glad we got it out of the way because the narrative, I'm sure, I've missed hearing stories about how Caulfield trainers did stuff once upon a time and then orchestrated massive betting plunges and then told no one except for their own people. And we just have to sit there and listen to it as if it's like really interesting to us. Well, it's not. Move on. Go train somewhere else. Bring him back into the city. No one cares. Race 5, Caulfield. The Summon Stakes over the mile, Dickens. You've got Steinem.
You got to feel sorry for him, though. Like,
why?
Going for a beer after work from Caulfield's pretty different to going for a beer after work from Nana Goon, you know?
Wow.
You got to bring your own. You're not going to get an Uber from Nana Goon. No one's going to deliver your stuff to Nana Goon.
Not even sure there's a McDonald's at Nana Goon outside Pakenham, is there? The train doesn't even go that far. You have to catch the special train to get there.
Nana Goon, mate. Pakenham. Pakenham.
My mistake.
Where are we starting, bruh?
Caulfield.
Race 5 Caulfield, bruh?
Yeah.
Yeah, bruh. Sweet.
Steinem favourite, 350. Tricky Gal, 460. Quantum Mechanic, 550. Everything else in double figures, including Zing for Uncle Chris.
Belle Placer, who was blessed and loves the wet and couldn't win, steamed, heavily backed, but it was McAvoy in town, even though it was Cranbourne, and didn't win at Cranbourne. I think it sort of gets stuck wide there from 9. Groover kind of love, don't know what they do. Zing, negative switch, don't know where they go from 10 either. I think Paul's Regret and Brazen Song take up the speed here. I think Quantum Mechanic gets a lovely, lovely run from Barrier 4. Perfect World could end up in the coffin again. Now, it didn't get out of the coffin last Friday night when we backed it. Not backing it here at this stage, but we did back it last start and it was coffin, so you know what might happen. Tricky Girl, good and proper, Steinem, and then Agreeable bring up the rear. I really, really like the setup for number 9, Steinem. Jai, Barrier 5, Mark Oostis, 4th up, brings the grouse Colette form. It was as good as Colette at Caulfield that day. Well, not almost as good. Not suited badly last up behind Colette. I think that's the best sort of mares Group 1 form in the country at the moment. You can even tie Ice Bath into that. There's correlations in the form if you dig deep on your puntingform.com.au. Peter, but yeah, I want to have $200, number 9, Steinem, race 5, Caulfield. I think it's a really, really good bet. I think with the rail out 5 or 6 metres, it's going to race pretty fairly there. 6 metres, I think that suits for fair racing.
Sounds good. Okay, that's Caulfield. But you like 1 or 2 or 1 at Moonee Valley, race 1?
We like a couple. Which one do we want to do? Race 1?
Yeah, let's have a look at race 1.
Cox plate distance, Peter, of 2040.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Living Legends handicap.
Goodness gracious me.
Again, rails out 6. Did I just make... Was I already looking at that? The rails out Rails out 6 Friday night and Saturday. Double headers of rail out 6. I think that doesn't equal fair racing at Moonee Valley. I think that equals on pace, heavily suited. Just watching ours go around 4 wide here at Bendigo. Torture. Not a good place to be, 4 wide and last. Race 1, Moonee Valley, small field. I think Volcanic Rock and the Amazonian are the sort of first 2 in run. I think Burning Power will roll across from 6, bring the stars thereabouts. I think Fighting Arrow and Celtic Glory will bring up the rear. Like Volcanic Rock is 4th up. Huge run for 4th there at Bendigo. Torture. Volcanic Rock, 4th up. Up in trip. Did it do anything last start, Peter, that said to you, hey, Pistol, I'm ready to go off and trip? It didn't say anything to me that it did. So I'm ignoring it.
Okay, good.
We look at horse number 2. Yeah, up in trip. Maybe it does want it. Was pretty good last start. Lightly raced. A little bit of a box ticker. 5th up this prep now. So on and so forth. What I'm getting to, Peter, is that number 4, Fighting Arrow, despite being last, is a tiny field. It won't really matter. It could be midfield if it was a bigger field. I think it'd be 3 or 4 lengths off the lead. Goes 1,700 up to the 2,000. Goes up 300 metres in trip. The data, the section will say it wants to. It's going to be 3rd up, stayer, 3rd up, lightly raced, 12 days between runs. I think this is a bet. I think it's a really good bet. I think we'd be getting a much shorter price if it was a sexier stable or rider.
Yep.
I think the horse is ready to win. I think everything ticks a box. So we'll have $150 on Moonee Valley, race 1, number 4, Fighting Arrow, please, Pistol.
Very good. $2.90.
Yep. And just before we go, a little bit of a bonus thing for Caulfield there on Saturday. Race 1, I reckon Brereton Driss, which is the raced horse. Ollie rides one for the Snowdens, which trialled really good. And Jai rides one for the Sheik, but Freedman trained, which trialled very, very, very good. I think one of those 2 win. The market sort of already knows that, but I reckon Brereton Driss, if you like it, don't back it yet. Have a great weekend. Head to themailbag.com.au, buy merch, or get some accountable betting advice. Units, accountable betting advice, very simple betting advice. And if you really want simple betting advice, get the captain's picks. We started well, Peter. Hopefully we can maintain the rage. Bye for now.